guess my medical doctor's bad too. Because you're the amazing Randy, a big beard. You expose people that bend spoons. Oh, I'm not bending spoons, jackass. You and George Soros and Snopes can sit up there all day and go, these crazy right-wingers think there's a world government forming. They think the NSA's spying on them. I'm the amazing Randy. I look back and found stuff he said 10 years ago that Jones thinks they're spying on the public. Ridiculous. I'm the amazing Randy. And then you go watch the movie, and it's all him and his boyfriend. I mean, it's just like, what? What? Everyone's like, oh. It's like you've gone on a Mars mission, or you discovered the God gene, or you saved humanity, or you crossed the Bering Strait. Oh, my gosh, you're so accomplished. Wow. Wow, you sleep with a guy. Whoa, so shocking. We can't handle it. It's a plan, and I'm angry. I'm not a slave. I've broken the conditioning. It doesn't work on me. I'm primitive. I'm real. I know the enemy. And if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist. Break the conditioning now. Excuse me. And then he's like, everything's going to be fair under Obamacare because computers that are already commanding the doctors will tell you everything to do, and it'll decide whether you live or die. Well, who programs the computers? See? That's the whole zeitgeist movement that the New York Times promotes. A computer will decide where you work, where you live, and what you do, and we'll all live in big communal buildings. That sounds like prison, doesn't it? It is. But see, if you say it with long hair, you talk real soft and condescending and lisping and fake intellectual, and then Alex, if you don't agree, you'll be sent to a re-education camp. And then later, the guy, Peter Joseph, comes back and says, I'll come on your show if you apologize for saying I said you'd be re-educated. And I went back and watched the interview, and he said, you'll be sent for re-education. And he went on the phone. He goes, I never said that. We know the truth. Yes, 2 + 2 = whatever you say, because you talk with a condescending voice. Come here. Like Count Dracula to Von Helsing. Come here. I did not say that. Come here. You have a strong will for one who's only lived one life. I mean, you think that stuff really works on me? Like your Jabba the Hutt? Ho, 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 teeny Jedi. Think so? You think all your games work on me? It doesn't work on me. And once the human spirit ignites, it doesn't work on anybody. I'm not here doing anything but opening the blinds to wake people up. And you don't like the light, do you? Pull those blinds up. I like sun. I love it. And red-blooded humans, I don't care what color they are, will never be your slaves. I saw Google got caught in a bunch of new stuff. And then when they talked to their one of their presidents, they said, but we wear fluffy socks. That's in my stack. They're like, what about Google getting hacked and all your passcodes being taken and Google spying on people? We wear fluffy socks. Almost every photo of Warren Buffett, a master wicked operative, involved with his banks, with money laundering, narcotics trafficking, that's in Bloomberg, AP, Reuters. But in almost every photo, he goes, I'm just a little old man. And he goes, ice cream. Google Warren Buffett's name and click images, almost every image, and he goes, ice cream. And it's like Google goes, I'm wearing a pink and a green sock, and I got a little beard, and I talk like this. You know what those guys do when they get on jets? They go, bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready and take me to the private island. Get the satanic rituals ready. I'm literally, folks, I've been at the highest levels of Hollywood, okay? And they get on that aircraft, and I mean, they are just like, shut the door, let's get this going. Give me the heads up, future predicting dialer. I want the sat phone on, scrambled to NSA headquarters, prepare to run ops, and they just sit there fixing the stock market and making billions on the side every few days, and just like in huge pleasure aircraft with 14, 15, 20 top, models in the back. Look it up. That's come out about just the pleasure aircraft. But out front, they're like, did you notice I'm wearing... I always say the thing about the socks, because with Google, they go, I've got different color socks. Meanwhile, you're literally dealing with a psyop Satanist, with black op command forces predicting the future, with spy grid, AI going in everywhere. They can go in and punch up AI heads up, world models that the Pentagon has as well, integrated, and actually know the future. They're in there like Sauron or Saruman, just dark sorcerers, total power. Meanwhile, they're like, are you racist? I'm wearing fluffy socks. And that's the reason I act like this, because I've been around some of these people. I've been at some of the parties with the Facebook people and Google people, and they see me, and they just leave, or they say, get him out of here. And they see me, and it'll be like, whew, and they just go, yeah, let's get, and they'll leave. And that's the look on it. I mean, they'll literally go, just let me know I know you, Jones. Liberal, I'm liberal. Just wait till I liberal everybody. In fact, I can't find it in the stack. Will you guys Google, go to the NSA interface. They get us to opt into the NSA interface, and just put in Google fluffy socks. And people can see, I mean, I'm not joking. And they're always like, but we have pinball machines and let people drink beer at lunch. And we have movies about the interns. We're liberal. There's nothing liberal about it. There it is. Will you guys print me that article, please? Don't trust humans. Wear fluffy socks. Wisdom from Google X. See? They're already saying, don't trust humans to drive cars. Time magazine. Don't trust humans. The new liberal system, the computers will make the decisions. Where have we heard that before? Oh, Rockefeller Foundation funded groups the New York Times promotes. Movies, perhaps, where we get rid of money and the computers make all the decisions. But don't worry, the makers of the films talk in little lisping voices and are liberal. We were so desperate that we ended up doing a detailed study about the fluffiness of the socks of the techs who did the balloons. And see, they'll just throw out something about, don't trust humans. But by the way, we talk about fluffy colored socks. Now let's pull up Warren Buffett. Put in Warren Buffett's name, hit images, and you'll see ice cream cone. And you know who else goes ice cream cone. Pull up in a van. I have ice cream, I have cookies, I have candy, 5-year-old. Everything's okay. Everything is nice. Google Warren Buffett ice cream, and it'll just show hundreds of the photos of him with the ice cream cones. And then if that doesn't work, they go, puppy, I have a puppy. You love puppies. Now there he is with ice cream. He's, and a banjo and all, so non-threatening, a nice man. And there he is with his wife and daughter, ice cream. Oh, and another shot of him with a little guitar, and a shot of him having a beer. Oh, nice old man. Lives in a modest little house in Omaha. Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking bookstore. Ignore me at your peril. I am here as a watchman to warn you. I have seen, I know who the enemy is, and let me tell you, they are vicious wolves who hate you and your family. And they tell you at McDonald's in downtown Austin, they show mutated, dead children with pus pouring out of their eyeballs and welts all over their bodies. Enter here at your own risk and doom. And the fools throng, and their subconscious sees it. I am being delivered unto death. I am being delivered unto poison. I am being delivered. Just like the Golden Child allegory, great Eddie Murphy movie where they're trying to make the Golden Child drink the tainted blood. That's exactly what they're telling you. Come and drink from the well. Join us. Come and be one with us forever. But we must first warn them. We must first let them know before they have passed the gate.
And all the MDs that I've talked to that I know personally and spoken to and interviewed and everything like that, they all agree this is way beyond just, fats and macros and sugars, and it's so funny. This is a weaponized effect by markers.
Well, look at that arm. That arm has like smallpox. So they're getting you ready that it's cool to have red pus balls all over you, children. Eat it, eat it.
But these people sit around in marketing rooms for like 16 hours a day and obsess on it and do drugs to keep them awake and think about how to psychologically target literal babies.
Well, what they do is they say these are unhappy yuppies with college degrees that can't get a job, and these are failures. I mean, I've been around these people in some of these marketing meetings where I've been involved in other stuff, and I'm literally disengaged, and they go, we're going to use a subliminal of death and dead babies because people know they're trash, and they want to see it when they feel like crap going in there to get this. So and it's trendy to fail and just be a total slacker. And the next level of slacker is to have pus balls all over you. And dead babies, yeah, like those DU dead babies. Let's see what they look like. Yeah, make it look like that. Put it in their face. Now let's go take some drugs. Yeah, hail Satan. Not missiles to the Chinese, MIRV technology. Bill Clinton gave MIRV technology through Laura Allen Hughes, Space Technologies. MIRV technology, so an ICBM won't just have one big warhead in it. It'll have 10, 15, 20, 30, and dummies in it. Let's say half of them are dummies. So that when it comes back into the atmosphere, it pops open and deploys, say, 20 warheads. That's what their ICBMs generally carry, 12 to 20. 10 of them or so can be dummies. And so the lasers and other things try to take those out, and then some get through. And then they destroy whole cities. How's that sound? Oh, but the government's doing all this for our national security, yes. But let's talk about Monica Lewinsky a little bit now, and the blue dress, and the president's semen, because everybody kind of gets excited about that. And Bill Clinton's crooked proboscis. Who cares? I mean, fine, that would have brought him down, great. I'm just saying, in conjunction, though, we have to then think about all the real things that are going on. There's a reason on a daily basis they have comics, TV hosts, media demonize this broadcast and yours truly, because they're demonizing Alex Jones as a figurehead of the libertarian liberty movement that is 1,000 light years more liberal than the fascistic control freak totalitarians that call themselves the trendies, that call themselves the hipsters. They're the idiot, moron followers of the globalists who want their free Obamacare and who want their free broadband and who want the FCC to save the internet. The FCC works for the big corporations, and they help consolidate media down to 4 companies, and they always have and they always will, and the big corporations couldn't get it done. So they had the FCC come in like it was going to save it, and now they're going to have a 2-3 year battle and carve it up. But we've got a public with an attention span of about 6.5 minutes. It used to be about 15, 20 years ago. Soon they're talking about attention spans being a minute long. So those of us that have long attention spans, those of us that are into facts, we're the enemy. We sit there and watch CNN or MSNBC or the Comedy Central or HBO just in the middle of a movie or in the middle of a comedy show go, Alex Jones hates Jews and blacks. Yeah, Alex Jones, the radio host, Next show. Alex Jones wants to blow things up. Alex Jones is worse than ISIS. Alex Jones hates women. Bill O'Reilly. And tonight, we look at internet stalking of women and sex predators. Cuts to a picture of me, and my face turns red. No evidence, no proof, no claims, just sex predators. Here's Alex Jones. That's called subliminal in plain view. That's how dumb they think we are. Well, we're not that dumb, but to a jellyfish TV viewer who has an attention span of about 6 minutes, they're not paying attention once they get into that show. They go into suspended disbelief, they veg out, and then they just go, Alex Jones. The subconscious just accepts, Alex Jones hurt women. Alex Jones hurt blacks. Alex Jones, blah, blah. I mean, we're talking warfare, folks. So it's a fight. And they know that we're starting to trigger the grassroots, and they're scared of you. So their attack on me is an attack on you. That's why I built a bigger organization. We intend to continue this operation, even if they imprison me or bust a cap in my head, whatever. I don't want to die, but send me on a long vacation. I ain't worried about it.
But, as myself and Cargill were pointing out, that once you let them in, you let the camel put its nose under the tent, then they can change this, they can change that. It's the slippery slope. And a lot of people, a lot of the gun owners I've seen, don't want to play this game.
Well, give me a wide shot in there, because I've had enough of this. I've had enough. Let me explain something to the New World Order, okay? You're not getting our guns. 1776 started when you tried to get them, you bastards. And as Charlton Heston famously said, from my cold, dead hand, you sons of bitches. You got that? you're not getting our firearms. Do you understand? This far and no further with your damn dictatorship. I'm sick of it. Excuse me, let me plug back in so I can hear Jakari. I mean, folks, they are pushing on every front. Totally open borders. Selling us out to world government. Trying to take over the internet. I mean, they are moving on every single stinking front. What do you say to this, Shikari? Breaking the country's back, ending sovereignty, ending the borders, saying, you know, worldwide, CNN every day has articles, come to America, it's all free, ha ha, the land of milk and honey, the Golden Valley, heaven on earth, Fantasy Island, it's all free, ha ha. People say, well, I'm going to go along with it. Oh, they're going to go after you first. You're an easy target, chump. You'd be like a gazelle in the African savannah that saw a pride of lions. And it said, well, I'm going to be friendly to the lions and they'll like me. I'm going to go lay down and show them my belly. And then they'll want to be my friend because I'm with them. I'll tell the lions where the gazelles are. I'll work with the lions. And as the little gazelle walks over, hi, lion. He's feeling kind of powerful. You're my friend. And the lion just grabs it by the throat, just rips it out. And the gazelle goes, trendy, I was trendy, as it flops around, blood spewing. It doesn't matter. You can see everything's coming to a head. All you people that love the system, just enjoy it. Just enjoy global depression. Just enjoy the rioting, the checkpoints, the wars, just all of it. It's what you want. And quite frankly, we all deserve it. We killed 55 million. I keep saying 53 million. The numbers are up. Some estimates are 56 million abortions in this country since Roe v. Wade. And hey, those aren't humans. They didn't deserve to be protected. Neither do we. We're not humans either. And that's what they're saying now. They're going, you have no free will. People aren't even people. You have no rights. Bioethics boards will decide everything. Oh, the troops are worthless after they've served. Let's just euthanize them too. Let's just not give them treatment. It's the trendy thing. I mean, as long as we say it in an NPR voice about the needs and how we've got to take care of it and about budgetary things. And it's a tough job for the ethics committees, but they're doing the right thing. And now the Watson computer helps them make the decision where it's not their fault that the veterans secretly don't get the health care. You know, the computer said so. It's not the Nazis' fault that the Hollerith Watson machine of 1942s did it. You know, it was the machine that said do it then. And it doesn't matter. It's the exact same company with the exact same name with a high-tech system deciding who to kill now. As long as you just do it in a voice like this and go, oh, it's very reasonable, very liberal, and just act real effeminate and go, then it's all cute. And then you have generals up on TV going, yeah, let's just have a bunch of body bags and kill a whole bunch of Russians, send in NATO troops. I remember like 6 months ago, they showed the head of NATO laughing. He looked all soft for a general. He was up there going, yeah, we've got weapons. We'll take out the Russians. They're nothing. I mean, even if I was a tough guy, but I was going to get in a fight with somebody that I thought I could beat, but I knew this person could still hurt me bad, I wouldn't be arrogant about it. But this would be like going into a knife fight with somebody you know how to use a knife, and they got 2 butcher knives in each hand, and you got 2 butcher knives. You're just like, this is really fun. Let's have this knife fight for no reason, but so a bunch of bankers can try to take over. Let's do this. This is a really great idea. 2 + 2 = 4. He said what is reasoned, intellectual, and intelligent. But let me tell you what's intelligent now. What's intellectual? Supporting total fascism, calling yourself liberal, wearing socks that don't match and having a beard, and walking around in an effeminate way with your hands out at your side, going, break up families, guns are bad, men are bad, I love black uniforms, I love the choppers, I love the checkpoints, I love the torture, I love Obama, I love it, I love it. I mean, that you people are sick. You're not Nazis in black uniforms that'll actually do the killing yourselves, even though they were evil. You just sit back and live in some fantasy delusional world. Get rid of Rob Snyder. Get him fired. Just like fluoride. All the scientists came out in the 40s and said, my God, don't put that in the water. It's deadly poison. They went, those are crazy people who think the Russians are implanting microchips or radio transmitters in their teeth. Didn't have microchips yet. And then they would have national shows, just propaganda and sitcoms and dramas and game shows where they'd go, Mrs. Johnson, you don't think there's a chip in your teeth, do you? Because they'd ask, like, which of the contestants believes fluoride might be bad for you? It's part of a Soviet conspiracy. Of course, it wasn't a Soviet conspiracy. It was a globalist conspiracy. And they'd be like, well, I've done some research and believe it. Okay, and you think there's, I've seen a clip of this, you think there's a radio transmitter too in there. And they have laugh signs come on and the crowd goes, ah, ah. I've actually had anti-gunners before follow me after a gun rally we were at. And they followed me into a restaurant and waited while I was eating and then walked over and went, boo on Alex Jones, boo, and then pointed and laughed at me, looking around like I gave a rat's behind if people thought I was being ridiculed. I found it quite entertaining. I was like, you're making a fool out of yourself. How you doing, ma'am? I'd like the salad, no tomatoes, please. Extra onions with blue cheese, thank you. Appreciate it. Iced tea as well, thank you. And I just said, you continue till they throw you out. I don't care. But again, in the peer pressure world, they think that gets to someone. Oh, my gosh, you laughed at me. You called me a racist. Oh, you have all the power. I'm so scared. Getting it. Gee, that's what we said would happen. Not because we're that smart. 2 + 2 = 4. I'm sorry. I'm the bad man. Hundreds of publications demonized us because we dare say this was coming, and they demonized Drudge as well because he dared say it. Oh, my gosh, we're so horrible. We linked to the CDC's own reports and the UN's own reports. We apologize for being dead on right again. Please, Rachel Maddow, don't call me a conspiracy theorist with your tiny viewership that has less viewers in an hour than we have in 10 minutes. Oh, you've got a short haircut and act bossy and Jezebel. Oh, I was politically incorrect. I talked to a woman in a way that was bad. You're not allowed to disagree with a woman or you're against women. I've got to vote for Hillary. You're right. You're my boss. You tell me what to do, okay? You said our kids belong to the state. You're not a fruitcake weirdo totalitarian that everyone should laugh at. I'm going to go home and cry tonight because you bossed me around. Oh, I gotta do what you say because you're so liberal. Even though by every yardstick, you're a flaming fascist piece of trash, control freak, divide and conquer, maggot, failure, piece of crap. Excuse me. Excuse me. I break free of your mind control, filth. Make fun of me all you want for being red-blooded. You want people to go, oh, I better not be red-blooded to then awaken the rest of the sheep. They don't want you to wake up and say, get out there and warn people because then their reign of evil might end and they might be brought to justice for their crime. And tell the military, you can't be in the Tea Party or evangelical Christian group or we will arrest you. Do you understand, sir, that that's like North Korea? Do you understand that's the opposite of classical liberalism to tell the military that you can't be an evangelical Christian or that you can't be in the Tea Party? Do you support that?
Do you remember when the military
Answer
said
my question, you authoritarian.
I'm sorry, would you repeat the question, sir? I couldn't understand.
Is it good that Fort Hood told all of their Army soldiers you cannot go to a Tea Party event or be part of an evangelical group or you will be court-martialed?
Have those claims even been substantiated?
Sir, we got the document from Fort Hood. Fort Hood responded to the local paper and Fox News and basically defended it at first and then said we're going to withdraw it for now, and now it's back and it's in the news today. Hey, well, you support sicking the IRS on the Tea Party. You support sicking it on libertarian think tanks. So is that where your tyranny stops? Do you support court-martialing people for their religious views? Answer the question. Answer the question!
No. Yeah. Would you stop screaming?
Answer the question! Answer it!
No. The answer is no. And here's the thing. I'm just going to try and settle down because you're kind of making me shake a little bit. So let me take a deep breath. Okay.
Is this for real? Thank you, David. Let's talk to Matt in California. Matt wants to talk about vaccines. Go ahead, Matt.
Yes, this is Matt, and I called the other day and spoke with David Knight about the vaccine.
Oh, you're the one that calls people rednecks? You're a redneck. NPR. Yes. Do you listen to NPR a lot?
Listen, let me make my point without being threatened with a gun. And
threatened with a gun? Oh my God!
Well, that's You people, that's your answer for everything. Better have a gun. Better have a gun. Well, do you really think that you'll be able to stand up against the might of the United Nations armies when they come in? It's going to come to that. We have not been able to move this country forward for 200 years because of people like you.
All right, you're being fake.
And I've had it.
Troll alert. Just admit you're a troll.
I am not a troll. You just can't believe that people disagree with you, Jones. That's your problem, isn't it?
All right, listen. What is your real name? Lord Keebler?
No. Listen, I want to tell you that you people, look, we kicked your God out of this country. What do you think we're going to do when it comes to you?
Hold on, stay right there. I can see when this guy walks on the road, he goes, We'll be right back in Overdrive. Infowars.com.
I know that they've been trying to divide and conquer us based on age, race, sexual preference, religion, social standing, and politics.
Now it's medical. He won't take the flu shot, so your kid's going to get sick. There's no discussion of, hey, why didn't the flu shot protect me? You said it did. It's like, no, it's the people that don't take it. They're the reason cancer's up. They're the reason we're all dying. We need more shots. Yeah, get the pitchforks, make them take it, burn them at the stake. They're infidel defilers. Ah! Sorry, go ahead. Because they needed to have that opposition to make their eugenics takeover that'd be more sophisticated, look loving. Oh, we don't wear scary black uniforms. We're liberals. Look, a black man, a woman. Oh, take your shot. Oh, we won't let the racists stop you from getting your abortion or your vaccines. Oh, half the Hispanics are about to, was it like 30% of diabetes? Half of you are going to have it. Oh, you're dying. Oh, we love you. Take your Gardasil shot. We want the open borders so we can tax you and kill you. I mean, love you. But in the meantime, you'll vote to help our plan. Nationwide emergency alert test causes panic, confusion. TV viewers across America see unexpected message. The test of the National Emergency Alert System, which has been seen by television viewers this morning in states across the country, prompted panic and confusion, with many taking to Twitter to express their concerns. Don't be concerned about the troops and the drills and the checkpoints and the cameras and the TSA and the naked body scanners and the NSA spying and the bank saying it's illegal to withdraw $5,000 even though it's not. Just don't worry about Obama announcing executive power grabs on the border and everything else. It's all normal. It's all normal. Go back to sleep. Move along, move along. We love you. Liberal, liberal, liberal. Don't be racist. Don't be homophobe. Turn in your gun. Submit. Drink the fluoride. Take the vaccine. Ooh, see? No more pain now. No more thinking now. Oh, yes. Families are bad. But now when you tune into the NBA, they're backing a huge feminist public relations campaign. Who says it's feminist? It's the anti-woman feminist campaign headed up by Facebook executive Sheryl Sandberg to lecture men about how they are not doing enough housework or child care. As if that's our problem in the world, as if that's even true from this witch trying to break up our families and insinuate into the middle of things, of the dumb effers that use Facebook in her boss's own words. These dumb effers don't know we're breaking up their families and we'll get their children. The women won't know we're dividing and conquering and recognize the real enemy. They'll be too busy thinking every problem, including bad weather, was their overworked, brainwashed husband. They'll never come together and raise strong children, and then our program will be complete. Thank you, Satan, for all your love. Signed, Sheryl Sandberg. NBA players like LeBron James, and Stephen Curry will deliver the message. Oh, yeah, a big, bloated, narcissistic, arrogant guy that says he's King James. He, as if, he treats the women so well. LeBron will tell the men to do more. That's what Bill Joyce said. They said, look, these aren't people anymore anyways. The only question is there's going to be a lot of moral people who don't want to be slaves, who are going to fight the technocracy. And that's what the combat robots are going to be for. And the surveillance grid and the predictive systems to know when you're going to stand up. When you look around and see half the kids on your block with autism and a third of the people with cancer. And you read all the government documents, how they're doing it by design and laughing at us. And oh, no, we've got to be mopped up, huh? We don't want to wear different colored socks and have little beards and, you know, act trendy and shuffle around, have our girlfriends boss us around. We're called men. And the world doesn't need us anymore, we're told. It's the end of the age of men. We'll see about that. Because when the men in the system find out they're not going to be brought into this New World Order either, when they find out it's a centralized spiritual takeover via machines by a group of adepts, Luciferians on the inside, and that it's the end of humanity as we know it because the devil wants to play God and have a new creation, when the elite find out they're going to be cut off, there's going to be some major resistance. And it's an info war, ladies and gentlemen, and reality is so much stranger than fiction. They were trying to recruit Dr. King. They were trying to recruit all the doctors. He called other dentists, and they go, how do you know about this? I can't talk about it. It's classified. Some had already been to the meetings, already got their little card. I got a card. I got a card. I'm a secret agent. I'm a secret agent. I'm a secret agent. I'm an informant. For a total takeover. See, I can't even read this article. I just can't even do it. I read it this morning, and I'm sick of these traitors. I'm sick of it. I want to evacuate this place. I'm sick of this country. We're giving you the Death Star plans. Understand? We're giving you every bit of it. All the facts, their own documents, all of it. All of it right here in this damn report. The New World Order isn't coming, it's here. The Redcoats ain't coming, they're here. They're here. They know a big frontal assault, you stand up to it like Paul Revere, so they do it incrementally. I'm coming over to that camera to talk to people right now. Folks, you're told you're supposed to get excited about a bunch of garbage. You're told you're supposed to get excited about a bunch of mindless crap. About football games, you're supposed to get excited about freedom and tyranny and stopping it. That's what these genes are about. That's what resistance is about. And it's happening right now. I don't even know what to say at this point anymore. It just makes me sick to see the fall of this country and to see the tyranny and the illegal NSA spying and all the rest of it. And I just think about all the veterans that have fought and died for our supposed freedoms and how we're pissing on their graves right now, and I'm tired of it. I'm signing off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done breaking it down. I've done the best job I can. And it's up to you if you want to be slaves or not. They just are a bunch of America-hating, freedom-hating, property-hating, gun-hating control freaks who dream of some glorious civil war with the American bitter clingers. And I mean, once you actually attack the bitter clingers, it's all over, dummy. It's like going up to a full-grown grizzly bear and punching it in the nose. You're such idiots. You really have taken our restraint as a sign of weakness instead of extreme control. Extreme control. Because every passing day, the power of the liberty movement grows and more people wake up. And every passing day, your tyranny bleeds to death. We're killing you by tens of millions of cuts. Writing websites on money, on walls, telling people, calling into radio, running for office, voting with our dollars, supporting independent media. Citizen journalists everywhere documenting what you're really doing, not what you say, till your PR machine's ground to a halt. You want to have a war with the American people? And you think you're going to win that when you come out in the open? I don't care how many false flags you pull. It's over. But they know that. They want their failed system to bring the country down, and then that will break the country regardless, and then they come in after the long winter, the long depression, and buy everything up for pennies on the dollar after we've all wiped each other out. That's the plan. You see, you couldn't take America down from outside. There'd be a rifle behind every blade of grass, to quote Admiral Yamamoto. I fear we've awakened a sleeping giant. He had to try to convince him, no, we don't want to try to land in Oregon with troop ships. It's not going to go well. Nowadays, if they landed in troop ships wearing peak uniforms, going, tranny, 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 literally everyone would just kneel and go, oh, and just, here are our children. If it's politically correct, don't be racist. Shooting everybody. I mean, that's what political correctness is. Drink your fluoride, take your Obamacare, open your borders, pay for everything, or you're a racist. It's just a psychological war. But once the trance is lifted, and the sleeping giant is starting to wake up, once the trance is lifted, people have a very fast learning curve. Once they're broken, the mind control. And the thing about the grassroots liberals, they really mean well. They're just happy trendies that just go through life smiling and want to be sweet and do what they're told, to be part of the team and work with everybody. Yeah, let's put the gun owners in a forced labor camp. Yeah, let's ban dihydrogen monoxide. It sounds scary. I'm going to comply my whole life, and the big foreign mega banks that own everything care about me. And all the TV shows are about being funny and silly. Again, most people get bated breath talking about sports. Did you see Green Bay? Did you see that catch? Did you see that? I get excited just realizing that they admit that they know vaccines cause autism and they want it to happen. That gets me angry. I mean, if you walked up and punched one of my kids in the face, I would viciously attack you. I'm no tough guy, but I couldn't control myself. I mean, you would be in deep trouble. I mean, it wouldn't matter how tough you were, you would get hurt, even if you ended up defeating me. I mean, I'm coming after you. I'm not even going to think I'm going to ram my head into you before I even get my elbows into you, before I climb on top of you. That's all you really do in a fight. I don't have to go take jiu-jitsu training. You just jump on top of somebody, start slamming their head in the ground if you attack my children. But the globalists are attacking all of us everywhere on a daily basis, economically, physically, spiritually, and we just take it. Stop taking it. Don't go out and physically attack them, but in the info war, jump on top of them, no apologies with the facts, and beat their brains out politically.
Aluminum, again, deodorants.
You're hating on the silver,
aluminum.
people.
I am.
What's wrong with tinfoil? Here, let me have it. I'll put a hat on. I need to with all the cell phone radiation.
But then you're going to get all the electromagnetic radiation coming right into your mind there.
Actually, this will increase it.
Then you're getting aluminum put into your brain again. As a matter of fact, most pharmaceutical drugs, including what you were talking about earlier, the vaccinations and the flu shots, they have aluminum in them. And people wonder why.
I'm shielding myself right now.
Kids are getting sick. Might as well spray some of this, these toxic chemicals on you as well that are insect repellents. You know, insect repellents people lather themselves with. And then you can protect your head from the sun so you don't get...
See how fast I did that? Folks, I'm an expert. Every day when I leave work, I do this. Let's do a wide shot, guys. People can see the full power.
So you might as well drink some BPA water while you're at it. Then you can go ahead and do a detox and start cleaning yourself out later and neutralizing all the aluminum. So anyway, soups, cans. I mean, the bottom line is go through your house and find all these things and eliminate them at the source, because you really need to figure out what's causing all these problems. It's about addressing the root cause of the problem, as well as using the type of supplements that we have to balance your hormones naturally and balance out your body naturally.
I can get Obama's emergency alerts through this. Now when he comes and takes over my cell phone when my Samsung TV's watching me, it's okay to wear a tinfoil hat now because it's admitted the TV's watching it. So now I actually like it now.
Are you maybe you'll actually believe what he's saying? Like when he came out the other day and said, I think every child should be vaccinated. You know, there's enough scientific evidence behind it.
There's no side effects. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The insert says it can kill you. No, I agree.
Yeah. I wonder
love
if
Obama. In fact, I love the system. I can now remove the tinfoil hat. The crown of power.
And now you are controllable because you have...
It's like a medieval visor.
Frying your brain cells.
Preparing for battle. That's why they've brought up a bunch of self-obsessed, arrested development babies out there. And I don't take some pleasure in the fact that so many men and women are arrested. I take great pain in that Orwell talked about dumbing language down so much that you couldn't even communicate with the proles. And that's what we now reach at this point. And anybody trying to warn them, they think that you're a kook or that, you know, that they have power over you because they laugh at you. You got to understand, that's like a seriously mentally retarded or brain damaged person standing at a bus stop drooling, laughing at you when you drive by in your car. You need to feel sorry for them. It's not funny. And none of us should take pleasure, and I've done it myself 1,000 times or more, calling them sheeple, making fun of people. Like Mark Dice says, he doesn't go cherry pick to show stupid people. That's everyone he talks to. He talks to 10 people, he shows all of them. And 9 out of 10 say put gun owners in slave camps, murder everyone, world government, abort children up to age 5. We do similar interviews. This is what they've done to these people. They're gone. They're gone. They had a soul when they were kids. They were put in front of a TV and brainwashed and brought up by brain-damaged parents, and now they're gone, folks. They're gone. I look in their eyes. They got shark eyes with that little pig smile. They're gone. There's a demon in there running the show. They're gone. It's not funny. They're gone. And they're going to tear us apart. Any law will only be used on law-abiding citizens, and that's been proven. And their goal, these political mafias, is to disarm their slaves, the bitter clingers. It is a fundamental of a statist, authoritarian system to disarm the people. As Mao Zedong said, the greatest mass murder in history, political power goes out of the barrel of a gun. And when you see the belligerence and the arrogance of most of those city council members, and the little fuddy-duddy with his hair all greased back and into himself with his trendy, you know, I'm not against beards. It's just it's the guys that like have them and then they're always the same and they just think they're wonderful, and it's like they have the Holy Grail and he's got his little manicured beard and everything, and you know he watches The Hangover every night and he's sitting there talking about how horrible it is with his Nelly eyes, like a deer in the headlight, wanting to prey on people, wanting his slaves to be disarmed, while he has bodyguards, cops in that room that are armed. It's just the height of pathetic hypocrisy, and I can't handle it. And then let's go to the walrus woman, who, if you can find that, who says that, I don't think they should have any privacy. I don't like it. We're going to publish your names.
Or Rob.
Who cares about the confidentiality of a gun owner? We don't want it.
What's her name? Back it up. What's her name? Yvette Alexander. D.C. council member, Ward 7. Yeah, she's over Mental Ward 7. I mean, let me tell you, I've been in D.C. a lot. It's a open sore. It's a hellhole with gunshots going off at night. Just like Chicago, in the areas where you socialists run things. Chicago's a great city, too. I hate to see you run it down into a rat hole. But that's what rats do. Yvette Alexander. Well, we're going to put your name out there, cutesy cake. You know what? Wait a minute. You know, that's the wrong site, man. You're on the Groundhog official Puxatawny Phil. That's not her. That's a photo of a groundhog that just got pulled out of a hole. Guys, you know, I asked you to go to the D.C. council members' website, not to a groundhog website. Like, look at that video down there. That's a groundhog. Look at, oh, my gosh. Look how little that woman's head is compared to her body. Ho, 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 teeny Jedi. Actually, is that outside Jabba's palace?
That's Punxsutawney's darkest secret.
That's Punxsutawney's darkest secret, is that he is secretly a D.C. council person. And the other guy looks like a giant woodchuck or something. Maybe there really are like space aliens that have come to invade, and this is how they're just, trendy, we love you, turn your weapons in. All right, I'm not trying to be funny. I just can't handle it anymore. Let's go to this piece. You can see the video up on Infowars.com. We'll play the audio here for radio listeners. I'm star of species greater than you. That's what her voice ought to be like. I'm Satan, the spirit of the destroyer that is destroying the planet with genetic engineering, mutilating God's creation and vandalizing the human species, the Creator's greatest creation in his image. And my plan is to sell you on destroying yourself and your family and loving death and turning off your survival mechanism and destroying your family so the state and the computer robot age can corner every last one of you and slowly suck the life force out of you into the black of deep space. That should be the voiceover for this stinking ad. Instead, it's an NPR voice.
Some call me nature.
Julia Roberts.
Others call me mother.
Others call me mother. My name is
I've
really
been
Satan.
here for over 4.5 billion years.
Well, however long you've been here, we're of that.
22,500 times longer than you. I
Longer
don't
than us?
really need people.
Bull.
But people need me.
Humans are obviously older than this planet.
Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive.
Not of this world.
When I falter, you falter. Or worse.
Hit pause. I mean, they show a glacier sloughing off from the first Viking text written over 1,000 years ago about the glaciers. It's how in the summers they collapse. It snows during the winter, and it piles up, and then when it gets hot, the glaciers move and melt and slough off. It's always going on. But they play on people's ignorance. I mean, this is so sick. Another lecturing voice. Real slow, I'm your mother. But mommy talks about starving us later. Let's go back to the clip.
But I've been here for eons.
I've been here
I have fed species greater than you.
Oh, really?
And I have starved species greater than you.
Hit pause. These people are so weak they're into all this eugenics stuff because they're powerless and they hate humanity because they don't see themselves as dominant, so they get together in these death cults to then pull down people greater than them. And that's why they're like, I've starved species greater than you. Oh, yeah, what's the species greater than us? I didn't see Tyrannosaurus Rex sending spaceships into orbit or coming up with mathematics. I mean, shut up. Shut your murderous fat mouth, you pig. Here's the issue. They've taught people that love life to lay down and be cowardly. That's over. You understand that, scum? You're not turning our life force off. You're not flipping our self-destruct switch. The spirit of liberty is rising, filth. We're going to warn people about the vaccines you hope everybody takes so everybody's mentally retarded and bumbling around so you can have your way with us. You can give us all your genetic disorders. Not going to happen, filth. We're going to show everybody what you've done. We're aware of your operation. Your operation's blown. Go back to the clip.
My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests.
Mine.
They all can take you.
Can take you.
Or leave you.
Or leave you.
How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really...
Back it up 20 seconds. What you do doesn't really matter. I'll win in the end. This is the cliche we always hear. We're of this planet. But if you believe the Bible, made in the image of the Creator who's not of this world. And that's what most of the genetic engineers and elites now believe. Time Magazine, Reuters, you name it. They go, actually, life was brought here. Humans were probably engineered. But it's not what this Bible said that turned out to be accurate, written thousands of years ago. As if there's nothing to learn from one of the most ancient texts on the planet that matches up with other ancient texts. It's not like the Bible said. It's like Prometheus said. But see, it's about you feeling guilty, and now the government will represent Mother Earth, and she'll decide who starves and who lives. So you need to feel guilty and live real poor. We're going to genetically engineer and dump all the stuff and hurt the Earth. It's just humans that are bad, period, because this system is of the spirit that hates humanity. I love humanity. I want to defend humanity. I want to be a defender of humanity. I know I will die, but I want people to go forward and build great things. And I have a sense of pride in that and a love of those unborn. I don't mean unborn they're killing today, of the 55 million they've capped in the last 40 years. I'm talking about what we are to become in the master plan. And let me tell you, the master plan isn't what you hunchback New World Order people are pushing. And by hunchback, I'm not attacking somebody that's hunchback. I mean spiritually. You people are not beautifully spiritual. You people ain't pretty. I can see your soul. Let's go more to this witch speaking.
My oceans.
Mine.
My soil.
Mine, not your earth. Mine.
My flowing streams.
Mine.
My forests. They all can take you or leave you.
This is David Rockefeller garbage.
How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me.
No, it doesn't.
One way or the other.
Or the other.
Your actions will determine your fate, not
your
mine.
fate.
I am nature. I will go on.
Oh, really?
I am prepared to evolve.
The message is, do what we say or be destroyed. Nature doesn't need people. People need nature.